Good morning, student. Today we will discuss about specific heat of solid and liquid. We all know that to increase the temperature of 1 kilogram of water is less than to increase the same temperature of 10 kilogram of water. Also, we know that if we want to increase the temperature from 10 degree to 20 degree, we will require less amount of heat. Whereas, if we want to increase the temperature from 10 degree to 100 degree Celsius, we require more energy. So, delta Q, the amount of heat given to a substance, depends upon two factors. Delta Q is directly proportional to mass and it is directly proportional to delta T, the raise in temperature. And to remove, combinedly we can write this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So we can write combinedly delta Q is directly proportional to M into delta T. To remove this proportionality sign, delta Q equal to S M delta T. This S is called the specific heat of solid. Specific heat. The unit of specific heat will be delta Q upon M into delta T. This is equal to Joule per kg into Kelvin. You can write dimension also Mn2 T minus 2 M and T. So this M will cut L2 T minus 3 will be the dimension of specific heat. We can define specific heat by, in this equation, if we take M equal to 1 and delta T is equal to 1, so S equal to delta Q by 1 gram and 1 Kelvin, so S equal to delta Q, which means the specific heat, it is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. Similarly, specific heat depends upon the nature of material also. Which material we are taking. Suppose we are taking water, we are taking aluminium, or which material we are taking, on that material the specific heat depends. Similarly, we can define here the molar specific heat. What do we mean by molar specific heat? Molar specific heat, it is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of mu mole. This is the symbol for mole, mu mole. So delta Q, it is directly proportional to mu into delta T. So delta Q, this is equal to C mu delta T. This C is called the specific heat. And we have two specific heat for the gases. One is called the Cp and one is called Cv. Cp, it is the specific heat of gases at constant pressure, and Cv is the specific heat at constant volume. Now let us solve an example based on the specific heat. So the example is an electric heater of power 1.8 kilowatt heats up water in a tank how much time it will take to raise the temperature of water from 10 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. Given that the specific heat of water is 4186 joule. Here the power of the electric heater is given. So delta Q, actually power equal to delta Q by delta T. And so we require delta Q. And how you will calculate delta Q? Delta Q we will require like this. M S del T. M is 200, S is 4186, and raising temperature from 70 to 10 degree to 70 degree. If you solve this, it will come 200 into 4186 into 60. This will be 5.016 10 to the power 4 joule. Now what is the meaning of having power 1.8 kilowatt? So 1.8 kilowatt means what? 1.8 kilojoule per second. Because watt means joule per second. What is the unit of power? Power is work upon time. So it will be work upon time. So joule per second. What does it mean? It means that 1.8 kilo 10 to the power 3 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will be 7. 1.8 into 10 to the power 1.8 10 to the power 3 joule energy is provided in 1 second. So this much energy, therefore 5.016 into 10 to the power 7 joule energy will be provided in how much time? So 5.016 10 to the power 7 divided by 1.8 10 to the power 3 seconds, near about 2.77 10 to the power 4 seconds, near about 7.75 hour it will require us. These kinds of questions are very important, in which the specific heat is given, but the examiner will ask the question based on heat energy, as well as he will add something, like in this question the power is added. Okay, then there are many questions based upon the specific heat. Specific heat depends upon the material. One should note down the specific heat of copper also. The specific heat of copper is 386. The specific heat of copper is 386. And other materials are also there which has the specific heat different. Aluminum has very high specific heat, 900. Means among the metals, silver 236 and tungsten 134. Whereas in liquid, mercury has 140, edible oil 1965, and the kerosene 2180. So now we will see what is the principle of calorimeter. So this is one calorimeter is shown here, and the calorimeter basically it consists one wooden box, and in that wooden box this is wooden box, and here we have cotton, and which will act as insulator, and this is the copper container, and its specific heat, as we mentioned, is 386. So it is called copper calorimeter, which consists one thermometer also here, so to measure the temperature, and one stirrer also can be used to maintain the same temperature. According to the principle of calorimetry, that principle of calorimetry says that principle of calorimetry says that heat loss equal to heat gain. But it is observed, calorimetry says heat loss it is equal to heat gain, and generally the heat is lost by the body which is at higher temperature and the body which is at lower temperature. One simple example we can do here, but always subtract from the higher temperature to lower temperature. Now let us consider one example to understand the heat loss equal to heat gain. And to understand that we can take the example of aluminum sphere, in which the specific heat of aluminum sphere is to calculate, and this is an example number of 11.3, in which let me write the example here. 11.3 example. So this is our example. A sphere of aluminum 0.047 kg is placed for sufficient time in a vessel containing boiling water, so that the sphere at 100 degrees Celsius. It is then immediately transferred to a calorimeter of 0.14 kg containing 0.25 kg water at 20 degrees Celsius. The temperature of water rises and attains 23 degrees Celsius. Find the specific heat of aluminum. So heat loss equal to heat gain. The principle we can use: heat loss equal to heat gain. Who will lose heat? Here the aluminum sphere will lost, because it is initially at 100 degrees Celsius. So the aluminum sphere is the aluminum sphere. Let us say that its mass is m1, its temperature is T1, and when it is transferred to a container water, so mass of calorimeter also you can write. Mass of calorimeter you can write m2, and its temperature is T2, and the water which is inside it, that water, mass of water is m3, and its temperature is also T2, and that T2 is given in this question. It is 20 degrees Celsius. Now when this aluminum sphere is heated here in a boiling water, so it will lose the temperature, and final temperature of it attains the final temperature, which is 23 degrees Celsius. Then it will be T3. This will be T3. So the aluminum sphere will lose energy. So how we will write the lose the energy? M1 S1. Let us consider that S1 is the specific heat of aluminum sphere. This is aluminum sphere, and it will lose the temperature T1 to T3. Always subtract from higher temperature T3, because it is losing and it is attaining the temperature where it is sphere is here, aluminum sphere. So its common temperature, the temperature of water, and the heat gain by water will be heat gain by water plus heat gain by calorimeter. So water M3, so it will be M3 S3 and T3 minus T2, because the higher temperature water will attain 23 degrees Celsius. So T3 minus T2 plus M2, the calorimeter also will gain the energy. The M2 S2 and here T3 minus T2. So when we solve this, so M1 is 0.047, S1 the specific heat that we have to calculate, T1 is 100 minus 23, M3 the mass of water is 0.25, the specific heat of water 4186, 23 minus 20 plus the mass of calorimeter 0.14 kg. 0.14 kg. Its specific heat is 386 and its initial temperature is 20 and the final temperature 23 to 23 minus 20. You can do this calculation and finally you will get S1. The specific heat of aluminum will be 0.02 Kelvin per 4 joule per kg into second. This is one of the example given in the NCERT book. Solve these questions and then we will see what is next in the concept based upon the next concept based upon principle of calorimetry. Thank you.